love that. This man has a deep realization. What happened? I left the cell phone in the car. Oh, really? Yeah, that's good.
Do you just want to try to experiment?
Well, life is like experiment. When the experience will be over, we'll be in spiritual world. We're done with the world. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Vinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunnavadi Yatane Sattani Sri Krishna Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Bala Uma Bina Kedayalo Jaga Samsare Uma Bina
Krishna Hare
अभय चरण रविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी जगतगुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर चार्य डिवाइन विष्णु प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत गुणी वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। अलाचल निरमृति धाम की जय। वेनसडे भक्ति भिक्ष प्रोग्राम की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। समवेत वैष्णव वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Shri Jai. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Vishnu Buddhale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Shri Devi Gurvani Pichani Vishesha Srimati Pascha. Okay. Can you put that towards her?
So today, by the mercy of Pran Govind, we are starting the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The Supremely Merciful Shri Krishna spoke,
Do you see that?
whose world are always hold true, spoke with the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is the investigation to the imports of all the Vedas to his friend Arjuna in order to deliver the whole world. So these instructions of Gita is the only means to deliver the whole world. So this Bhagavad Gita is consisting of 18 chapters and is celebrated as Upanishad. It's like a jewel of all the Upanishads. And these 18 chapters are actually chapters 25 to 42 from Mahabharata, from Bhishma Parva. These 18 chapters can be divided into 3 sections. Each section is 6 chapters. You can see there on the slide, divided into 3 sections. So the first section is Karma Yoga, the second section is Bhakti Yoga, and the third section is Jnana Yoga. So every soul, in order to achieve Bhagavan, has to have a certain eligibility. So these activities like karma, fruitive activities, or jnana, the knowledge, and the bhakti, all the Vedas are divided into this karma yoga, jnana yoga, and bhakti yoga. But the bhakti yoga is a very profound principle. It's actually the essence of karma yoga and jnana yoga. And by this means, the goals of these 2 can be achieved. So this is what the Bhagavad Gita's point is. And that's why the bhakti yoga is put in the middle. So it kind of is the essence of karma yoga and jnana yoga, and it's put in the middle. And this is the goal that we're going to go towards while we're going through these sections of Bhagavad Gita. And the karma yoga becomes bhakti yoga when you just give up the desire for the karma, artha, moksha, right? So the first section is 6 chapters, right? It's karma yoga, but it kind of gives an overview of all types of yoga, and it gives a conclusion that the bhakti yoga is the means to attain the ultimate goal. So this section consists of 6 chapters, and today we're going to start with first chapter. And the first chapter is called Observance of Armies on the Battlefield of Kurukshetra, Sanyaya Darshan. So in this chapter, we basically see how the material consciousness becomes the actual cause of sorrow. In this chapter, first 20 verses is Sanjaya actually explaining his observance of the armies on the battlefield, verses 1 to 20, and then verses 20 to 27 is Arjuna looking at the armies, and then the verses 27 to 46 is when Arjuna is starting to lament and argue with Krishna that there is no point to fight in this war. So in this chapter, we see how when the soul becomes observed in this material consciousness, it becomes the source of his lamentation. So from the behavior of Arjuna, it seems that he's really immersed in the lamentation. And then Krishna explained to him that the function of the soul has nothing to do with the function of the body, with caste, or with the dynasty. If you're not falsely absorbed in this consciousness that your body is yourself, then you can actually understand this. And in order to understand
Mr.
this,
Kumar, you want to come a little This side, you can.
We have to accept the spiritual master, and that's the conclusion. That's just a
You
quick
did very good.
overview.
Maybe you should do this overview of the chapter.
Yes.
I think it will be good.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
That was the first time.
No. Lift it towards- That's good. That's Little up.
Okay.
Close. Yeah, that's good. You need to plug in.
Yeah.
So please fold your hand and we're going to recite one special mantra. The name of the mantra is a concept of absolute truth, who is a predominating deity of our consciousness. Krishna is in our heart and we are carrying Krishna with us, but our connection with Krishna is covered. What is covered by? By the contamination of the material world through our consciousness. So we want to purify our consciousness. And we say generally we need to purify our heart. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says very specific. He says Cheta Darpana. Darpana means mirror, mirror of the heart. So what is the heart? Where is the heart? Heart is in the center of our consciousness. And what is consciousness? How do you access your consciousness? Thinking, awareness, willingness, feeling. These are the quality of consciousness. Everybody understood? So the center of your thinking, your awareness, your feeling, where Krishna is actually. But we cannot see. Why we cannot see? Because our consciousness is contaminated. It's like a cloud. Sun is there. Sun is never covered. But the cloud can cover my eye. Sun cannot be covered, but Krishna cannot be covered. But my eyes can be covered by cloud. So the process of Bhagavad Gita to remove that, so we can see the Lord and our journey is over. This is what is done. You wanted to say something?
I just wanted to ask, can you just elaborate a little bit on what you mean by the heart is in the middle of consciousness?
Not middle, center.
Center.
Center means it doesn't go. You cannot think without Krishna is there actually, but you cannot see.
Also, it's centered on. Okay.
Yeah. So when we chant this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, we are evoking the mercy of the Vasudeva. Vasudeva is Krishna, but different aspect of Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Together. Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayat Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Makam Karati Vachalam Pangulangayate Girim Jatkripatmaham Bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. We have the Bhagavad Gita. Let's start the first sloka. It's very nice. There are 4 slokas we found that Srila Prabhupada used a lot. 1 and 39, 40, 41. So we'll recite all 4. Is that okay? and then we come back to this question. Because the last question is actually, what are the favorite sloka of Srila Prabhupada in his preaching? The first sloka, Dhritarashtra Vacha Dharmasketre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yujusava Mamaka Bandavaschaiva Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. One more time. Shiv Dhritarashtra Vacha. This is the only sloka spoken by Dhritarashtra, the king at that time, ruling of that part of the world. Dharmasketre Kurukshetre Samaveta Jujusava Mamaka Bandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Would you like to read the translation, please?
Okay, from the bolded ones or the next one? Okay, I'll start. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? So
there is so many questions on this one sloka. When you send your children to a big fight, 640 million people, and they're the leader, why do you ask the question, what did they do? You already send them to fight. Why are you asking that question? Means when we ask the question, ask yourself, when you ask a question, do you know what it represents?
fear.
Not sure.
No. You're asking question to actually state what your need is. Whenever somebody asks a question, it also shows where they are in their consciousness, what they need, what they're looking for. The question itself indicates what that person is going through in his or her life at that moment. So when Dhritarashtra was asking this question, my son and Pandu's son, well, first of all, he's not a father of, because there are 7 fathers also, like 7 mothers, there's 7 fathers. One father is the king. King is supposed to be father of every living being, not only human, even animal. They're supposed to protect the animal, cows and everything. So as a father, as a king, he should not ask my son and their son. Means he's dividing. That means he is not acting as a genuine father, well-wisher for all. So many details is there, very nice. And then we'll read the 39 and 40, 41, and then we'll go back. These are the 4 sloka Prabhupada recited a lot, so we're just going to.
Which one?
39.
Each one?
No, sloka. Kulakshkaye pranashanti Kula dharma sanatana Dharme naste kulam krishnam Adharma bhivavati uta. Lalita Prabhu, can you read the translation, please?
With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in religion.
So you can understand why, as Mother Tejaswini mentioned, that why Arjuna is going through dilemma. This is, we have, the war is, the battle is within, not outside. Within each of us has that. He has a battle within him. What is the battle he has? He is there to fight. Fighter means a Kshatriya. Kshatriya by nature, a fighter, born with a particular quality to fight. So he's thinking, Fight for who? For against 6 aggressor. Six aggressor here is explaining. 6 aggressor, who are they? One who kidnap your wife, one who light fire in the house, one who possesses land, one who gives you poison. You follow, these are like deadly poison, like this. These are the people, 6 types of people. If you kill, there is no sin. Atma Rakshat, you have to protect yourself. If somebody comes to kill you, you have a right to kill him back. If he came to kill you, not just anybody who is like walking around, just to make sure. So Arjuna is thinking, I'm a Kshatriya, I should kill the aggressor. They disrobe our wife, 5 brothers' wife. You know, it's an insult. Somebody insult your wife such in a public place. And they plunder our kingdom. So all these 6, if you look at it, they deserve to be killed. So Arjuna thinking, I'm a Kshatriya. Which one is the Kshatriya? Can you catch? Is it the soul or the body or the nature? Very good. It's not the body, because somebody may have a big strong, he may not be a Kshatriya nature. So it's the nature born. It is not the soul either. Soul belongs to Krishna as a servant. Everybody is with me? Then he has another dilemma. He is born from a particular dynasty. Bhausakayanantasya Eka Kurunandana. Kurunandana is addressed many places. You are descendant of Kuru dynasty. You are son of Kunti. There are 20 names Krishna used for Arjuna. And Arjuna used 36 names to Krishna. 30 different names. And each name has a deep meaning. It's not just Haribol, how are you? Not like this. Particular address has a indication of particular quality they see. In spiritual world, every name of a person, that person identify, the word integrity means the quality and the person name are one. When we say Krishna, all attractive, he is all attractive. It's not like anybody's name is Krishna. We have a Bhatta Krishna, then we have few other Krishna name also in Brajavashi. Means they look like Krishna and they have that quality also. They are not just, so every name in spiritual world, but in material world is not like that. So then text 40. So the first weakness he had, his nature born. So he's thinking to fight. And the second weakness he has, is born in a particular family, you have a family duty. You follow? So he's thinking, what is the family duty means? What is the ruler of the family has a duty for the family? Protect them. Protect them. So he's thinking, when he looked at around 640 million people, he told Krishna to take him in the middle of the battlefield. He looked at around. So I am from this dynasty. Should I protect them? Is that my duty? Is that a universal question or is it only for Arjuna? It's a universal question. Everybody asks, what am I supposed to do in this world? What is my duty? What is dharma? Prichami dharma sammuro cheta. 2.7. We're coming next, not next week. Next week we'll do Lord Ram Sapiens. The week after, second chapter has a very, very intriguing questions for us. So everybody with me, the two things, one is his sabha and then his family duty. Family duty is to protect the family member. So he's thinking, asking Krishna, should I protect the family members? How can I kill them? I grow up. This wonderful teacher, Dronacharya, He showed me from my childhood how to hold the bow and arrow, pull the string. He taught me everything. How can I kill him? I was a baby on the lap of a Bhishmadev. He raised me. He gave me so much affection. Today I have to kill. I'm supposed to protect them. I'm a family man. So he has a dilemma between family duty and Kshatriya duty. Kshatriya duty is aggressor. Now they are aggressor. Why? Because in his wife's disrobing, nobody protested, nobody protected, as if they supported. So they are aggressor. Everybody understanding this point? So he is in a dilemma. He is asking Krishna. So they are aggressors, I should kill them, but they are family member, I should protect them. I'm bewildered what to do. Which one you think Krishna should support? He said none of this. That's why very sweet. Second chapter coming, very sweet. He said you should tolerate both. You are neither family man or Kshatriya. Who are you? You are a soul. That's why Bhagavad Gita, turning point, after that question, Krishna, Arjuna asked on 2.7, that Krishna started giving answer from 14, that you are a soul. You are neither Kshatriya nor a family man. You follow? So last week, I think I mentioned that we have a fundamental identity. We are not just potentially Krishna lover, we are essentially Krishna lover. You follow? So we are fundamental identity as a servant of the servant of Krishna. And then we have a functional identity. Functional identity means we have a role. You are a mother, you have a role to protect, take care of the children. You are a father, you have a role to take care of your family. Yeah? This is functional identity. But fundamental identity is eternal. Functional identity changes every life. So how to balance this? Krishna going to speak. He will say this fundamental identity, servant of the servant, should be controlling of functional identity, not other way. This is the problem in this world. They think I am this, so and so, I'm an engineer, I'm busy with my job and family, that's it. Wait, but you are the soul. What happened? You're doing anything for you as a soul, servant of God? No, then you are just wasting time with the functional identity. You follow? Because this will disappoint you eventually. You will stay hungry. Hungry in a sense like for love. You will stay hungry. Life after life. You will go through disturbance. Okay, text 40 together. Adharma bhibhavat Krishna Pradusanti kulastriya Stishu drishtashu bhaksneya Jayate varna sankara. Can you read this, please? Translation.
When a religion is prominent in the family of Krishna, the women of the family become corrupt, and from degradation of womanhood, who a descendant of Vrishni comes and learns the progeny.
Can you all understand? He's talking about functional identity. The problem of the world, whole world is all talking about functional identity. Nobody talks about fundamental identity. Follow? That we are servant, essentially we are eternal. Nobody talks. Essentially we are servant of God. Nobody talks. This is the biggest missing in this world. That's why the problem. And it will go on like this. Okay. 41 together. Sankara narakaiva Kulaganam Kalashcha Patanti Pitarohisam Lupta Pindo Daka Kriya. Will that Prabhu?
Where there is when there is increase of unwanted population, a hellish situation is created both for the family and for those who destroy the family position. In such corrupt families, there is no offering of obtains of food and water to the ancestors.
That's true. Those ancestors also functional. They are just in some bodily relation and it will go on. So thank you. We'll begin from our second question. First question is already done. I think it will be a good idea. Like you can give an overview for this chapter. It will be nice. Second question raised that did Dhritarashtra believe in predestination or was he purposefully shaping his destiny? How is the answer to this question relevant to everybody's life? How can we understand the reason behind his loss of 100 sons in this context? It's very true. Many times, almost every human being wonder, what am I supposed to do? This is it. Automatically, like death coming, then something will happen. It's like very confusing, not so clear. So my question is, if I plant a jackfruit seed, what do you know jackfruit seed? If I plant a jackfruit seed, will banana tree will grow? All possibility are open or only jackfruit tree will come? Only
Somebody planted banana seed before the
Until nowadays they're doing hybrid, right? Everything is hybrid.
now.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's true. But if you plant mango, you cannot expect jackfruit to come. You'll never come. And even if it comes, it's not coming from that seed. So our past karma, this is a very interesting. Our past karma does determine our future, what will happen. But it does not determine how we will participate in reacting. Make sense? Like we give an example. If you want to go to Tampa, there will be weather forecast says there will be foggy. So you have to have a headlight when you drive. So you feeling like, okay, it's foggy, what can we do? I mean, it's like, I don't have any control on it. It's already set. Nobody has control. That's true, but how you drive inside the car is not controlled by the weather. Whether you're grouchy or happy, joyful, respecting your spouse, having a fun time inside the car, or you're like nagging about it, why the weather is so horrible. That is not controlled by the weather, is it? But the weather is controlled by what it is. So there is a two principle we should remember in our life. One is called karma bhav and one is called doiva bhav. What is Dhritarashtra believed? See, Dhritarashtra, even though he is a spiritually blind, materially also blind king, but he tried to make his children religious and he failed. He saw that. But what he could have done, we can do in our life. And sometimes we think we cannot do just like he did. This is very important. Dhritarashtra was advised. You may wonder, did Duryodhana, everybody has to reform. They are back to their original, servant of God. Why didn't Krishna try to preach Duryodhana? Why not Krishna try to preach? Yes, Krishna did. Krishna did, Parashuram did, Maitreya Muni did. I can give you the whole list. How many sages tried to convince him? Maitreya Muni was so angry even, he said, Duryodhana, give them 50% of the kingdom. Stop this nonsense war. You can never win with them. And Duryodhana is clapping on his thigh. I don't know if you know Kshatriya nature is, they show their muscle like they sometimes slap on their, what do you call it? Armpit or thigh. It's like something they being very proud of. You will hear this. Like when somebody wants to show off their, like, clipping on their thighs, like, I'm a big guy, what are you talking about? But don't do this in front of a great sage. Maitreya Muni is guru of Vidura, very great. And he became very angry. He said, don't do this. And Duryodhana is clapping on his head. I don't care, I'm very powerful. He said, you're showing your thigh power. This thigh, I curse you, this thigh will kill you. And exactly that what happened. If you look at their life, they try so many. Vyasdev, another. Vyasdev came to Duryodhana many times. Duryodhana is such a something, we may think, oh my God, he's such an evil. Well, sometimes we have that kind of mentality too. When we don't like somebody, we try to take a revenge. His revengeful nature was so strong, it will aggravate his envious. He was already envy, but something aggravated, make it more. Vyasdev says, where are you going with all these soldiers? You already banished them. For so many years, they will be in the forest unknown. Still you trying to find and going to kill them. Stop it, you should not do this. But he doesn't listen. Adamant, Adamant, I don't know, maybe you never heard that. Like you don't care, you just going to do this bad thing, you're going to do it. Like nobody can stop him. Duryodhana was like this. Krishna personally came to him many, many times. But he would not listen. What can you do? His father also had a problem. So, okay. His father believed Doivavad. Doivavad means, I tried my son. For an example, Pandavas were in the forest. They are living with Kunti Devi. And the sages, as they've said, it is not a good idea without husband to live in the forest. Now is the time your husband left this world, because you know the story, he had a curse and he wanted to unite with Mother Madri and he died. He said, you should go back to the palace. So he came back to the palace. Duryodhana was born as a spoiled brat. You know the word spoiled brat? Like he feels, I'm entitled to be the future king. Did you ever had a feeling? Sure, I had a feeling like that too. I'm entitled for this. They don't care for my plate for Mahaprasad belongs to me. Like, I feel like I'm entitled to have Mahaprasadam plate because I'm the boss. Are Baba, why are you coming up with this idea? It's entitlement. We feel each of us, sometime in your life, you feel like you are entitled for this. Duryodhana felt like my father is the king. And guess who is the next king? Is me. I'm entitled. Everybody should treat me now. You start treating me now as a future king. Means now I'm king already. So he would show off like this. When the Pandavas came and living, so he told to his father, it's difficult to live with them. Well, maybe they should live somewhere, but they also belong to this family, royal family. He said it will be very difficult to live with them anywhere in the world. What to talk about any country, one country, what to talk about in one village, or what to talk about in one palace. It's impossible. So at one point, Duryodhana came and told his father, I'm just paraphrasing the whole story because it's a long story. I cannot live with them. I want you to hear me. And I'm giving you a very straight answer, Father. That, see how karma binds. How did Dhritarashtra develop that kind of attachment to the child? So strong attachment. Haribol Prabhu, have a seat. So how did you develop that strong attachment? So then Duryodhana says, well, Father, I have a way to solve the problem. Now in Vedic culture, when somebody says something bad about to happen or going to do, and if you don't correct that person, you just remain silent. Bhagavad Gita, what we are learning here, is not teaching silence or violence. We should remember that. It's teaching transcendence. The whole Bhagavad Gita is nothing but transcendence. Because a lot of people say, oh, Krishna trying to make Arjuna anger, to have a violence. No, Bhagavad Gita is nothing to do with silence or violence. It's transcendence, period. So that time, Duryodhana says, Father, I have a plan. And Dhritarashtra is listening. He said, I have a plan how to get rid of Bhima. At least him I cannot live with. So his father says, no, what do you mean? He said, he will be dead. So I can't let you do that. Because I was born blind, and from my childhood, their father used to carry me, take me to the toilet, take me to the shower, everything he did, so much help. How can I ever think like his children will be tortured like this? See how karma binds. And then he says to his father, okay, then you have one choice. You either you want to see Bhima's face or you will see my face. You decide. Now Dhritarashtra could have counseled, could have changed his mind, but he remained silent. In Vedic culture, it says, Maunam Sammati Lakshanam. If you remain silent, means you agree. So Duryodhana left, thought, okay. Then he started torturing. But what happened? First of all, he already had an entitlement. He thinks he's the future king. You know, my father is a king, I am the king. And everybody should start treating me like a king. So they all children playing in one place. All of a sudden, now Duryodhana is everywhere he's going, like he already developing an entourage and everybody pampering him. You know, he's a spoiled brat. They're pampering him as a future king. So then as he is going, so the Bhima and everybody is playing in a pool. I'm just giving a reference how this enmity developed. And at one point, Bhima is also equal to 10,000 elephant power. Duryodhana also. But the difference between them, one is 10,000 elephant power in strength. Another one is 10,000 elephant power in skill. So Duryodhana in skill and one Bhima is in strength. So Bhima, he doesn't have an animosity. No, he's not, no animosity, but he picked the children like this and throw him. And when Duryodhana came, and Duryodhana said, nobody can touch me. Bhima, out of fun, he picked him like this too and threw him. He got so angry. I'm going to be the future king. Somebody has a power to like pick me up and throw like nothing. How can he do this? He's like, could not take it. From that day he took a vow. Until I see him dead, I'm not going to rest. So the enviousness is within him, he created. And everything the Pandavas, they do it is just ignited more and more. So what is Daivavad? Daivavad is that, well, you know, did you ever wonder like, I don't know, whatever life destiny will take me, that's what happened. We buy a lottery, people buy, we don't buy a lottery. People buy a lottery. What they think? What do you think they're buying lottery? They're going to win. They think at least. Did anybody buy lottery ticket with the idea of losing? No. They're always thinking of. So Daivavad, sometimes due to our past good karma, we get reaction even when we don't do proper action. On the other hand, Daivavad means to think everything determined by destiny. What can I do? This is what we think sometimes. So Dhritarashtra was trying to use Daivavad to justify his inaction when Duryodhana was doing atrocities. on the Pandavas. Vidura told him, stop your son. He is doing sinful activities. Then Dhritarashtra says, how he is doing sinful activity? Well, he is against the devotee. The Pandavas are devotees. And he is against Krishna's will. Krishna doesn't want. Krishna wants to have a equal. Then Dhritarashtra says, well, if it is destined to come, it will come. What can I do? Is that a good advice? Because he believes whatever meant to happen, it will happen. Or you'll find many people. I used to think also sometimes. I mean, we do believe some destiny, predestined, isn't it? We do believe. Did you create your gray hair or wrinkle? No, it's coming automatically. So these are predestined. There are predestined. I'm not saying that no. So Dhritarashtra always thought, well, I tried my best. Maybe if the war will take place in the battlefield, maybe the battlefield, Dharmasketra, is the pious place, holy place. Maybe we'll have an influence. And he will see, then all of a sudden, maybe Duryodhana will change and he will become a religious person. And he will say, okay, you know what? Let's not fight. Let's have 50-50 or something like that. Kingdom. So Dhritarashtra is believing in Daivavad. But Dhritarashtra had a chance to try to teach and train the children to raise properly. You follow? But he did not do perfectly. Now Karmavad is, I'll make myself the next Bill Gates or whatever, next rich man. People think. I think Chaitanya Charan was, somebody was making a fun, or maybe Sutapa was saying that when they are about 15 to 25, they think that if they work, they just perfectly and really do study diligently, they will become the next successor. But when they are in their 30s, they think maybe one good job, that's good enough. The things changes. This is practical. Somebody told me, I forgot who it was, or somewhere I read it. Maybe it's somebody told me. So Daivavad, Karmavad, these two philosophies are very prominent. Even our Acharya also gives this.
Are you saying that karma is destined and you can't change your future?
Certain thing you are destined, just like you didn't plan for your eye irritation. I mean, you went through some pain, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's already like was there. You tried your best, but sometimes something not, like for an example, predestiny is like a gray hair. Gray hair? I don't have here, but
Can I give my input
But in
on the
terms,
predestination?
in terms of like predestined future to make your own or create your own path or future is a little bit different than what's like, okay, I know I'm gonna grow old, I know I have.
Correct.
Even people that are completely spiritual, they'll still admit, okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
They know that.
Means certain thing is predestined, but how you take it, it's up to you.
Yeah.
How you react to it.
How you react to it.
Yes.
That's you.
Yeah, it's up to you. That is true. But Daivavad also some people think, but Karmavad is also another thing. Some people really think that if I work hard, I can be successful.
Yeah.
They really believe.
Well, for example, let me just, one thing really quick. When I was just recently at my gym in Gainesville, and it was at night, and I was talking to a young Asian, he's only maybe 35, and we were just getting in discussion, and he said already, oh, I'm already retired. And I said, what do you mean you're retired? I'm 35, how are you retired? And then he started explaining, oh, I got into this stocks, this, that, the other, when I was very young, I also started getting into cards and investing and so much time doing this, that, and the other. And then the one card within 3 years, it went from $100,000 to $1 million. And he said because he had been studying that for so long, he made so much money, now he's very, very wealthy. And he's retired, he can do what he wants.
He already was there.
But he did it.
You know how many people trying
He
like
put in
him?
the effort all the time.
No, but you know how many people try like him tried and didn't do it, didn't get it? Millions. This is the trap of Maya. He did it. You try.
I just talked to him just 3 days ago.
Yeah. Many people, not only one, two. I'm talking about thousands and thousands of people trying. Originally, Bill Gates' investment, what that guy name who withdrawn out of 11 in the garage. I was reading many years back that he withdrawn out of his original directors when Microsoft was made in the garage of Bill Gates in Seattle. One guy withdrawn and their investment was $10,000. That's it. And each $10,000 investor, they got 10 billion, not million, billion. But how many people opening corporation like this with? How many got like that? No. This is the illusion that we think we can make it.
It's like a lottery.
Yeah, kind of. You think you can make it. This is called karma, means you can make it on your own. And there's another another type of people, they think that whatever is destined will come. Don't worry about yourself. No, our philosophy, what's his name? Matsya with Sattabrata Muni. He's a king. He was going in inundation with the fish incarnation, their conversation, they give this philosophy. He says that one farmer, he plowed the field and sowed the seed. And that year, no rain. So he said, I simply wasted my life. So next year, he thinks, I'm not going to do it. And heavy rain came. And then he lamented, oh, why did I do it? So year before he did it, no rain, he suffered. And next year, he did not do, rain came and he suffered. Lamenting, why didn't it? So next year, he did it and also rain came. Both, and he was very happy. So that's the philosophy, that you do your part and God does his part, how much you will have. The combination is perfect. This is how Sattabrata Muni, fish incarnation, explained that. Okay, we'll go to, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, with my limited, excuse me, with my limited knowledge, I wanted to share what I know about destiny, right? Destiny, you were trying. To me, I'll give you a classical example. What is predestiny? Can you change your parents? You cannot, right? You had no choice. It was predestined that you will get these parents. That is predestined.
Yes.
Can you change your brothers and sisters?
No.
You cannot, right? That is predestined too. Okay. Can you change your spouse?
Well,
Out of so many, no,
it's
you can. No. What I meant is, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. Out of millions and millions of people there, why only you married that person? That is predestiny. Your kids are predestiny. Okay. And any major health issues that we'll have in this life may be related to the past karma, that is predestiny. And the last is death. That death is mostly predestined, except for accidental death.
100%.
Except for accidental death.
Not
I don't
even
know.
accident.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
100%.
great word, I don't know. But these are the only predestined things. Everything else is your own making.
What about the ones that say, the miracle happened and then they had cancer, they had this, that, and the other, and they
Okay.
cured themselves?
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now they're
Yeah,
okay.
there are some spots which we can
Yes.
discuss, but limited time. But then I'll go one step ahead. You were talking about stocks and this and that, right? Some people become wealthy. I have a proper solution for that too. Get hold of any wealthy person, right? Look at their astrological chart. It will be there.
Yeah.
And get hold of anybody
That
who
is
did
also-
not make it. The chart will say they would make it, they will lose it, everything is
Very
in the
good.
astrological chart.
That is also predestined.
That's all I know. Yeah, the
that is
chart
also
is predestined. At
Very
what
good.
time you born, your planet positions are like that, and it will be like that, as simple as that. But yeah, see, if somebody is very good in stocks, right? But he is doing something else, he or she will be frustrated with that job.
Yeah.
You have to look at the
You have
chart.
to have the intelligence.
Yeah, basically astrological chart will tell based on your personality, which job fits you to your soul. Your soul will be at peace. Somebody could love teaching, should let them teach. If they do go and do an IT job, they will not be happy. Somebody could be a good cook. That's their soul energy. Let them make cooking. They'll be at peace and happy. So that
These are the svabha. These are the svabha,
if
not
we
for
can
the soul.
tune ourselves to the soul energy of this life, we'll be at peace. If you do any other job, you'll not be at peace. That's all I know.
That's the astrologer view. That's true.
But there were like four kinds of karma, right? But who describes called
Prarabdha karma,
What are the other three?
aprarabdha karma, kuta and bija. Okay. Prarabdha karma means what you are born with in this life. The moment you are born, this is only applicable to the human, not animal. Only human. When you are born, the old grandfather came to your house, invisible, you did not see. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself said this. Prabhu kahe Sukadeji Sunamora Mata Nirbandha Nagochen Likhan Vidata. Vidata means Brahma. Brahmaji writes, Krishna Keshava, this much you will get pain, this much you will get pleasure. Finish. Nobody has a chance to change this without experiencing. That's prarabdha. You are born with.
And what's up
Aprarabdha means not yet manifested. A good thing is, example of that, I didn't think we'll discuss about karma, but anyway. You think of a person with a bow and arrow, and in the quiver he has all these arrows. He's holding a bow and arrow. He pulled the string and released the arrow. Now, once the arrow is out of his hand, how much controlling power he has on that arrow that released? Zero. That's called prarabdha karma. What you are born, nobody can change anything. You must go through experience. Except one thing, Krishna consciousness. You can actually, pure name, if manifest in the heart, but it has to manifest. Yani gyane juge kariya jatane brahmera sakshatkare. Brahma sakshatkar aprarabdha karma sampurna jnanete hai. Kintu prarabdha karma kabu nahi kaya phalo bhoga bina kabu. Brahmabhuta ji phalo bhoga lagi janama marana lagu. Kintu he naam tapaspurti hole ekanti janera aro. Prarabdha aprarabdha kichu nahi take vede gaye barobar. These verses, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains that you are born with particular experience of happiness and suffering that you cannot change. Only when the spurti, the holy name, manifests in the heart, possible you can dissolve everything. But for a karmi, I'm coming back.
One thing I don't understand.
One second, I'll be back. Until you come to that point of spurti of namavas. Spurti of namavas is not just chanting, means in a pre-concept of prema, like a very, literally you will be able to see the Lord for a moment in your heart. That moment, you prarabdha karma or prarabdha everything finished. So now, I'll be back. When you shot the arrow, everybody understood that arrow that gone out of your hand, that's prarabdha karma. Wherever is going, what will happen, you have no control on it. Just take it. Whether you take it or not, doesn't matter. It's still going to do. What do you have on the quiver, in your back? Quiver. You have so many arrows. These are called aprarabdha karma. Aprarabdha karma means what we are doing right now, those quiver arrows, we are breaking into crashing. More we hear Krishna consciousness, all these arrows that's supposed to be in future, taking birth, future, all this bad or good, whatever it is coming, we don't know, will be destroyed. No more birth. Kuta means very fine line. Even astrologer cannot see sometimes. There's a one Taiwan, famous astrologer, even the minister of the country would come. It's a true story. About 6-7 years back, I remember we had this talk, and this person said, look at this newspaper. It says, this guy is so famous, and even the minister had to pay $500 for 1 hour. So famous. But then they found him dead one day. So they say his forecaster, everybody got benefited. How come he could not predict his own future, that he will be dead? Who killed him? His own wife. Because he having an affair. So he could not see his own. Could he see or not? Nobody knows. So sometimes it can be also reduced. You read in Bhagavad Gita 7.8. Jivanam sarva bhuteshu tapasyasmi tapassishu. Jivanam, lifespan. Krishna says, I am the lifespan. I can increase or decrease as I want, as a super soul. You follow? Prabhupada writes in the purport, Krishna can expand for a devotee who wants to preach more, he can extend his life or he can reduce as Krishna desires. But for karmi, it's fixed, done. They cannot change it. And more they do sinful, it's going to bring closer and closer. And the bija means the seed is there, deep emotional seed. But it is not fructified, it will fructify in future. Those all three, Kuta, Bija and Aprarabdha, will be dissolved as we are progressing. You follow? These are in the subtle body. Subtle body. So the physical body, we are not talking. Physical body means Prarabdha karma. But the subtle body is purifying. You cannot see right now. Keshav Prabhu, more is singing, more is chanting. He's inside the subtle body. What causes the problem in the world is purified. But we cannot see. We see the same person 10 years back. Now is the same person. Is the same tilak, same place, same neck beads. We don't see it purified or not purified. But Prabhupada said the subtle body is changed. So when they die, they don't take another birth.
Like the arrows would break and
All
so
broke.
they will never use that
Correct,
arrows
correct,
to hurt anyone.
correct.
So that's awesome.
But when you shot this arrow that you shot, if you react, you may take few more births. That's why we say tolerate. Because this arrow already shot, this life is like an arrow, just came. Just tolerate. Because if you react on what you're going to experience, then you few more births you will take. Not future anymore, those are done, but you're creating again on this life. Yes.
So just a quick question. So which karma then does Guru take away? It's, I guess,
Oh, it's a good investment,
it's the arrows
good
of it.
buyout. Gurudev, you take my all garbage here, I take initiation. No?
Well, I'm just wondering if it's the same as, like you said, if we are,
There is no such clearance in a sense. Because one time Prabhupada was sick. I'm giving you a few instances and then you can take your own thing. And they inquire, then Prabhupada expressed like this, oh, I should not have taken so many disciples. It's like, I'm just going through so much suffering because I have taken so many disciples. Like this. Of course, Prabhupada is pure. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Chaitanya Bhagavad, it says, after Jagai Madai was delivered, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu turned one day into black. He's a golden color, but turned into black. And everybody said, what happened? They said, all the reaction of Jagai Madai. When you deliver someone, you take the karma of this. And of course, after a few moments, Mahaprabhu was exhibiting, not that he has to suffer. Then he came back to golden color.
But which karma is it? Which of the four?
Under Guru's guidance, when even these topics that we have right now, are we under Guru's guidance or on our own? Which one? Under Guru's guidance. No, not both. I'm not doing both. I'm doing under Guru's guidance. I don't want to do anything on my own. I have an intelligence. You don't surrender the intelligence. Intelligence should guide you to focus on serving. Guru, under Guru's guidance we serve. So in that sense, Prabhupada is digesting our karma in a sense. But if Mahaprabhu told to Jagai Madai, do not do any more sinful act. Now if some disciple goes out of the spiritual path and create their own karma, they have to go through this. They have to be responsible for that. And I don't think it is really a good way to think that Guru going to deliver me. So, Prabhupada even says like, try to finish all your business in one life. Don't think your Guru will come, like a Bilamangal Thakur's case, Guru had to come in the body of prostitute to instruct him. If we love I should not say since we love our Guru, we should be very careful not to do anything illegal that our Guru has to suffer. We should have a nice devotional life and follow his instruction.
We should praise our Guru then. If we love our Guru, we should praise our Guru.
We should praise our Guru, but not in a way that to show off that I'm praising my Guru. Following Guru's instruction.
It's not showing off.
No, following Guru's instruction more important than praising.
That we're talking about.
Guru's instruction is number one reason. The number one follower of that, of all instruction of Guru, what is the number one instruction? Of all Guru? Chanting Hare Krishna Maha. No, very specific. Chanting Hare Krishna Maha. In this Kali Yuga, if any Guru do not give this, he is not qualified to be Guru. Mahaprabhu's this chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra must be glorified, must be introduced by every Guru in this world. If some Guru does not introduce the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they are not follower of Mahaprabhu's life.
You know who said that very strongly was
Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Also Sripad Aichar.
Possible, but Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Yes.
So I go to a study group on Tuesdays where we read, and this came up on this topic of karma, where we read about Ajamil, and then one of the purports it says, you chant the holy name. So Ajamil chanted the holy name of Narayan, and that was chanting for his son, but still, like, it eradicated all his sinful desires. So then I read that, so it's like if we chant, all our sinful desire reactions are eliminated. But then, like, you were talking about how, like, this Spurti of Namavas, this like concept of praying where we can see the Lord in our heart arises, like that's actually what eradicates those sinful reactions. So I'm wondering what is the difference then, or if that's what happened to Ajamil.
Ajamil did not chant pure name.
Right.
He left, after Vishnudutta left, he went to Hardwar, he did sadhana. He did practice for 12 years, was not immediately went. That is required. But at the stage where the Jamadutta came, he did Namabhas. Namabhas will give you liberation. Namabhas can take you out of the material world. Namabhas can relinquish Kali Yuga influence. Namabhas can make you free from anxiety, worry. Namabhas can release you from all sinful reaction. Namabhas has a many results, but Namabhas will never give you Krishna.
What is Namabhas?
Namabhas is a semblance, it's a reflection, like a real substance, and a real substance is a reflection. Reflection of the real substance. Real substance is holy name, pure name. Pure name means, what is pure name means?
Not touched by material.
Huh?
Not touched by the material.
More specific.
Holy.
That's a synonyms. The definition of pure.
Pure, you mean chanting the holy name purely.
Yeah, what is that?
Without any offense or any, like,
more specific. Offense is one. You have to have four, devoid of four. That is one definition of pure name. This should be always in our head. Then how are you going to chant pure name if you don't know what is the pure name? You please write it in your head.
It has to be.
That holy name, that holy name, which is devoid of namabhas, namaparad, anarthas, and devadan. This is the biggest problem among the devotee. I notice, like, curtain is about to open.
Reality.
Curtain is about to open. Chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Put the beat.
That means
Oh,
practically
the deities.
none of us are doing
Did you treat just now the holy name you are chanting? You put the beat. The holy name and the deity are same? No. You think deity is more important than the holy name. You just put the beat back and pay obeisances to the deity. I used to do that. That's why I can relate. Devadan means you do not consider holy name is Krishna. Holy name is the deity. Very difficult. Majority devotee don't. As a result, it's difficult. So pure name means that uttering that name which is devoid of namabhas, namaparad, anartha, and devadan. This is very important. Another definition, these are Bhaktivinoda Thakur, it's not mine. You have to be, because I don't back up anything. I don't have any power. I don't even back up myself. And they are backing our, when we remind. Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says in Harinam Chintamani, pure name means which is endowed with Sambandha Gyan, free from three ignorance. If you do not have like this, you cannot chant pure name. Sambandha Gyan has to be there with them. It's not Namakshara, just a letter, Hare Krishna, now a pure name. No. Do you have a complete idea of this Sambandha Gyan, who you are, who Krishna is, what is this material nature, what is their relationship between them? If you have this 6 question answer right now, completely understood. If you have this 3 ignorance is gone, then you can chant pure name. It's not automatic. We should be aware. Krishna consciousness is not automatic. It is intentional. We choose to come back to Krishna. We choose to develop love for the Lord. We choose to hear the sadhus. It's a choice. Krishna will never force soul to come back. He will arrange, he will help. If you ask, they asked Prabhupada, can we pray to Krishna to force us to surrender? Say, you can pray to Krishna anything you want, he will probably help you to do that. But Krishna will never force you. You can say, Prabhu, please force me. Be very careful. I'm serious. When you pray something like this, you also have to prepare. Otherwise, that one devotee in Washington started blaming Krishna. Why my life is like this? Arey Baba, you prayed like this to Krishna. I want to be completely in your service, never care for anything or anybody. Please make my life. All of a sudden, the turmoil came and started accusing Krishna. Why Krishna making my life so horrible? Why did you pray? We investigated. Why did you pray like this for days after days? You do altar, dressing change, and you praying always. You always think you want to, but you are not aware what you praying for. Is that Krishna's fault? No. So that's why Krishna doesn't like to give easily. What is aparad? You have to be fully aware. What is namavas? You have to be fully aware. Aparad means uttering a name which is consciously made in the heart with enmity. Aparad is not accidental, it's intentional. I don't like him. I don't like her. Oh, why? Oh, the way the person chant, oh, just. Where do you come up with this? He's calling God and you don't like it, so you're now creating offense. It's consciously we make with enmity in our heart. This is very important. Okay. And believe it or not, it's already 7. So we didn't do much. Maybe we'll do after come back. Those are very important questions actually.
It's one thing.
Yeah.
You said earlier that the jiva soul has can decide like how to react to a specific, like if something happens, you can decide how you want to react towards that particular thing that's happening. So if we have the ability to react, not react in a certain way, then why wouldn't we also have some ability to make changes in our future life or
If you are fully aware of the modes, then you choose. But if you are not aware and you acting, if I didn't know that fire will burn and I put my finger in the fire, will fire say, okay, no problem, I won't burn? You think it will happen?
no.
So why you think whether we know or we don't know?
No,
Or
I'm
no.
saying we
No, no,
have,
I'm
we have
understanding.
the ability.
Yes,
to,
yes.
like,
But
decide how
before
we
that
want to react
ability, you have to have a clear picture.
to the situation.
So you gave an example. I'll use your example. Something appeared here, and I'm just unexpected. Now, if it is fearful that my existence will be destroyed by this gunman, if I think how to run away from this scenery as fast as possible, some way or other, means I have accepted tamogun. They are called escaper. Escapism is not Vaishnavism. Vaishnava means they never escape.
I would try to convince
Wait.
the person.
No. Don't give anything. I'm going to tell you how the modes play. Then you decide which modes you want to play with. I don't want to play with either one, any of them. But we should be aware. So if I want to escape from this person, I'm taking shelter of tamagun. Why people drink? Why do people smoke?
To forget.
They are no escaping. They are escaper. They feel bored, life is boring. They feel too much all day. I can't handle anymore. I need to drink so I can sleep. They are escaper. Those who are in Rajagun, passion, they are the reactor. This guy came with gun. I wish I can call my friend or somewhere, or I have a gun or stick. They try to react. They are taking, it's not that they are trying to react. They are taking shelter of Rajagun, passion. Try to understand it. It is not that the actually soul is deciding where they want to take shelter. Sattvagun is that you'll think, did I do something wrong for this person that trying to hurt me? Immediately you'll think, and he has a chance. He will think of the Lord, God, my Lord, I can't do anything, please help me. I don't know what. And the same God is in the heart of that person.
But you even said earlier that we do have that choice, that we can react, like choose how to react. You said that.
But if we are not aware that we have the choice, what are the choices? Then how are we going to?
That's intelligence. Some people have more intelligence than others.
Yeah, that's what the satsanga means. We develop that. Yeah.
So if you have more intelligence, you'll probably make a better decision. As the person that has less intelligence, that would make no.
See, there is a difference between intellect and the soul's intellect or the
Correct.
soul's knowledge.
Correct.
There's huge
Correct.
difference between maths, physics, chemistry in this book, right?
Big difference.
Big.
When
That is
knowledge,
the problem.
when knowledge you apply in life, you learn something, then you apply it, then it turns into intelligence. When you apply the Guru's instruction, when you apply the Acharya's word in your life, then it becomes First, what we are doing right now, we are acquiring knowledge. This is what Tamagun, escaper, Rajagun, reactor, Sattvagun, at least perceiver, seeing and thinking. Why? These are called acquired knowledge. You acquire knowledge. When you apply this acquired knowledge to your life, it's called realized knowledge. Very powerful. With that realized knowledge, when you progress in spiritual path, then Krishna reveal a realization within you. That realized knowledge is most powerful. People will listen to you, people will actually follow you. Revealed knowledge is best, but it's not easy. Why Krishna will reveal you? Intelligence is next door to super soul. You know, next door? Like a next door, you knock the door. Super soul knock the door through intelligence. So intelligence is required for sure.
But nothing worthwhile is easy, even material. If you want to become an engineer, or if you want to become a doctor, I mean, that's not easy either.
No. Why it should be easy? We choose to be here without God. Why it should be easy? We choose to be on our own. You are on your own, okay? You earn money, you don't have money, too bad, sorry. But if you are under your father, Krishna, everything is yours, unlimited opulence. That's what bhakti is. You want to go back. In Vrindavan, nobody is looking for money. But even though Krishna's birthday, Nanda Maharaj gives millions of gold coins. So they ask the question, where these millions gold coins coming from? Nobody makes gold coin. Vrindavan is like this. The opulence is so much, but nobody even think they need. Because everybody is in love with Krishna. It's like a material world soap opera. Over there, spiritual opera with Krishna. This gossip, that gossip, this prajalpa, that prajalpa, whole day night. And Acharya is giving 10 types of prajalpa, 10 types of gossip, and degree of gossip. What did Mahaprabhu did? Sarvam Bhattacharya says, Jal pita nija guna nama vinodam tan pranamami sisha chitanayam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is gossiping his own life as Krishna. What Krishna did this, Krishna did this. He's gossiping his own life. And material world people gossip about their own life. But problem is their life is the body, is not the soul. That's the problem. They talk about if you have a compassion for the soul, that is self-realization. If you have a compassion for the body, is the absence of self-realization. Compassion, material compassion is a sign of ignorance. It's sad, but that's what it is. Okay. Any other reflection? Or we can chant 2 more minutes and then close. Maybe we'll end with this, at least 3 questions. There was 14 questions. I didn't know. I was thinking like I'm going to go very straight, short. I did very short on 2. On the 3rd one. So thinking about worldly things is thinking about worldly things anti-bhakti?
No, I don't think so. Meaning, if it's for a good cause, there's an exceptional. If I have a question, follow-up question to that, Prabhu. My question is simple question, Prabhu.
No, hold on.
Okay.
Let me come back to
Please.
this.
Yeah.
Answering this question.
Please, question.
No.
Is thinking material assets or material things is anti-bhakti or no?
Could be.
You
If
can
it is for
dovetail
selfish
it.
reasons,
Could be if
yes.
it's in service of Krishna.
You can
Yeah,
dovetail.
that's what exceptional condition is there. The answer.
Okay. So the answer we find on this chapter, Arjuna's case, Krishna is going to reveal this in the next chapter. Thinking about the relative and material things is not anti-bhakti, but cannot stop thinking is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like something bad happened to something, material things, and you cannot stop thinking, this is bad. You are in the material world, you connect everything. When you see a car, what do you think? Let's give a good example. You see right here, a pickup
That's
truck.
what kind of car.
No, you think this is Krishna's material energy. First thing, you think Krishna's material energy. First thing, not what kind of car. This is very important. Yogeshwar Prabhu asked Prabhupada, what do you see and what am I seeing? What is the difference, Prabhupada? Prabhupada said, well, tell me. So what do you see on this tree? Prabhupada said, I don't see the tree first. I see the soul. And how do you see the soul? 2:14. Dehi nausmin jata dehe komaram jovanam jara tata dehantara prapti dhirastattana muyati. 6 changes. The tree was a little baby, grown up, big, now flower, fruits, and then going to dwindle and die. This is not changing. Matter does not change this. Why the tree is going like this? Because the soul inside. So Prabhupada said, I see the soul first. And I see Krishna, Paramatma there. Without Paramatma sanction, he cannot. Then I see Maya created a body called tree. It's just the opposite way people see. People see tree. Now, even if you see the tree as a material nature of Krishna, that's not bad. But try to see from the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita says 6 changes takes place because of the soul. Can we all do that tomorrow? We are here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 devotee here. So can we do from tomorrow? When you see anything, a tree or human, what do you see first?
So,
And how do you see the soul? Changes the body. See, it's very scientific. And this is what 2nd chapter, Bhagavad Gita, text 14, Krishna explaining. That we should start seeing like this from tomorrow. Let's try. Every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then it will become a habit automatically. Any person you see, you automatically see with tilak, you will see, oh, this belongs to Krishna, the body. Like practice, we should practice this. Okay, yes, Prabhu. You want
oh, sorry, my question may not be related. When it comes to the material part, right? The question was related to material part. If my question is simple, Prabhu, if everybody takes Bhakti Marg, who is going to make money and create buildings and temples need money, right? If everybody takes Bhakti Marg, so everybody has to do some material work, right? To contribute. So it has to be in equal proportion, right? That's what I meant. My answer was, if the money making is for only selfish growth, selfish purposes, it is bad. Because what? You can't eat gold biscuits, right? I mean, if you have millions, you can't eat gold biscuits,
how did
right?
you come up with the idea that making money is material?
Well, it is material because, no, when I die, I will not take a pie, right?
No.
I will die, right?
No.
So that's why I think it is
Killing people is material or spiritual?
Oh, okay. You're jumping questions.
Well,
I was
that's
thinking
it,
about money.
That's the same thing.
No. Killing person.
Killing even worse.
Yeah, why would
than
I?
making money?
Yeah, why would somebody? That's a horrible sin. So the answer is simple.
No.
Yeah. If it is
Question
again
is,
exceptional.
Arjuna is killing to please Krishna. That is spiritual.
Yeah, because they did bad. That is the exception here.
No.
Yeah.
Bad or good is not. Try to understand. Our goal is to please Krishna.
Yes.
Krishna will be happy if your family members becomes devotee and come to him. Then whatever endeavor you're doing, that is surrender. Making money, buying a car for your family, shopping groceries for the family, guarding the family, it's a service. Surrender, not only service, it's actually surrender symptom.
So
Bhalamanda nahi jani seva matra kori, tumara samsare ami vishayi prahari. He said, I consider this house is your family, my Lord. These family members, you put them under my care so that I can serve them and service the way it should be, they remember Krishna. So they, in that case, it is actually surrendering. Making money is a surrender. Otherwise, how the family will get maintenance? But if it is for my own pleasure, then it is not devotional.
Yeah, but at the same time, yes, Prabhu, totally understood. You cannot force anybody to surrender to Lord
Correct.
Krishna.
Correct.
Their soul energy
Correct.
has to improve and they slowly
Correct.
get to it. But watching you and others in the family, they will slowly get attracted. and-
Very good. Very good. You got it. Very good. Okay, any other question or we'll just sing? Okay, let's sing. Keshav Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.